the YouTubes. I mean TikTok. Mm. Yeah. How's the other one look?
The other one just looks slightly darker. And when it gets revealed to YouTube, it's like super pitch black.
I gotta fix it.
So then you might want to increase.
So I can fart right now because I see it here.
No farting here. There's no clay here.
That's better.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
It's just the red that's making it look trippy.
Oh, when it changes color?
Yeah.
Just put it on green then. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think I got you a little way too low.
Is it turning too high on the... Make sure you check both of them because how... If you leave it too high on here, on YouTube's going to sound really nasty. Okay. 10, 4, 5, 20, 23. Okay. That sounds good? Well...
Never mind. Every time I keep on getting higher.
Okay, no, just keep it like I had. Let me just make sure that. Tell me when I'm getting too loud. Just raise your hand when I'm getting too loud. I'll know. I'll know. I will know. Now. Well, Chernobyl. It was hit by none other than Zelensky. Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Make sure it's loud, though. Make sure it's louder here, not on the YouTube. Here. Remember, with the knob. That's for the headphones. Try it out. See how loud it sounds, so that way so that the phone hears it. Try it out. Did you change the audio to come out from the Rodecaster? Don't let me see. Yours is probably too loud. Don't move yours. I'm 1. You're 2. Move 1, not 2. Whichever one says. I don't know if it's left or right. Whichever one says 1, it's 1. That's yours. The one that we're hearing. Yours is 2. Did you lower it? Try it again. Because that one's really loud. The one higher. Okay. Okay, keep it at yellow. I think you're playing that sound too much. Can you play something else? There's like literally like 20 different sounds. And you're playing the same. Say it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah. Okay. ¿Yo me oye? ¿Se oye bien? Okay. Okay. We're going to go 4 days because this looks like it goes forever today. 5 days, that's too far back. We probably won't get through. We probably won't get through about 5. Well, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Where's 4? 4. Super Bowl halftime protesters get lifetime ban from the NFL stadium.
Man, shut your...
Who cares about the Super Bowl? There's literally only one group of people that cares about the Super Bowl. Everybody is always like, oh, it's a once in a lifetime game. But what happens every year? And they always say the same thing. Oh, it's a once in a lifetime. No, it happened last year and it will happen the year after that and the year after that. Because losers are willing to pay.
We had 6 people, now we're down to 5, so ridiculous.
Someone didn't like that I call people, football fans, losers. More than 170 World War II bombs found under children's playground in England. Sounds about white.
Stop!
Hong Kong will file complaint to WTO on U.S. tariffs. Cry about it, bitch. Europe is mad at the U.S. because they want to put sanctions on them, tariffs. So it's not looking good.
Big bag.
I will not pay for paywall. Then I guess we won't read your stupid news. Nobody even cares about Hong Kong. We were about to care, but we don't care no more. U.S. woman sues Tate brothers, accused them of luring her into work. You're being too loud. Donald Trump signs order shifting U.S. back towards plastic straws. Good. Tell that turtle not to be using a straw to breathe. Nobody asked her to put it in there. Weirdo. Trump signed, okay. U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order ending the U.S. government effort to replace plastic straws with paper. Paper straws suck. Yes, they do rip. The order, which takes effect immediately reverses a measure signed by the president, Joe Biden, who had called plastic pollution a crisis. Well, maybe you should tell your buddies to stop making too much plastic with petroleum and start making plastic with hemp. Ever heard of that? That one thing that you guys got illegal, and then weed got illegal because of hemp, because everybody was scared. All the paper industries were scared that they were going to get taken out of business by hemp, and they rather keep using trees and petroleum to make shirts. What? Anyways, in 2024, Biden ordered a gradual end to U.S. government purchase of plastic straws, as well as plastic cutlery and packaging. Trump's directive order gave agencies to stop buying paper. Trump's directive orders government. What the hell? I can't even read. Trump's directive orders. Shit. Why can't I not read? No, it's an easy word. I just can't put it. I can't put the sentence together for some reason. Trump's directive orders government agencies to stop buying paper straws and calls for strategy to eliminate them nationwide. Well, eliminate them nationwide is kind of overdoing it, but yeah, get rid of paper straw. Paper straws. You know what that ban actually just did? It only made stores. It gave stores a chance to start charging for plastic bags. That's what it all did. It didn't get any better because people are still buying plastic bags.
Wait, so then they're just basically making more money.
It was just the money grab. It is nice if you're doing the money grab, not if you're not. If you're doing the paying, if you're being grabbed from. It's not fun. And I'm not paying Reuters. I'm never going to Reuters again because you're asking me to pay to read your stupid news that nobody even cares about. Numbers of confirmed Ebola cases in Uganda rises to 9. Oh, very dangerous. 9 people out of millions. You're supposed to be dun dun dun. I said I wasn't going to read Reuters, and here we are. J.B. Pritzker signs Karina's laws removing firearms from domestic violence situation. Well, I can see what I'm okay with that. Lawyers in Saudi's trans student suicide note had embassies link. No, it was a suicide one. Somebody killed themselves. Yeah. It's so sad. A day again. One less trans in the world. Sad for some. Maybe for people in Saudi and Pakistan, it's not. Maybe they're happy about it. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm happy. Oh, I made a. What we said on the podcast last week? We were talking about how I was like, I tell my kids not to eat yellow 40 and red 3 because it's gonna turn them into trans. Somebody made a comment saying that I was teaching you guys how to be homophobic. When the hell did I say hurt trans people? When did I say that? Or did I say I'm going to make sure that you don't fall into those situation? You don't fall into that situation where you... Yeah. No, but let's just call it a situation. Yeah, it's it. Because they don't even know what it is. I don't even care. I don't even care about that. Sucks to suck. Nerds. Someone got mad. Somebody's booty hole hurt because I said that.
So then they were probably gay then too.
Yeah. 2 children dead apparently froze to death in Detroit casino parking garage. This one was really sad. I saw a little bit about it. It says mayor and chief speak after 2 kids found dead inside a vehicle in Detroit casino parking garage. 2 children were found dead inside a parked vehicle at the Hollywood Casino Hotel at Greektown parking garage in downtown Detroit Monday after police said. After police said? That's interesting. I thought it was after something else happened. So the police killed them or what? Detroit Police Department says a family pulled into a casino parking garage around 1 a.m. They were parked on the 9th floor in a van where that ran out of gas. These people, right? Like I read. They said that they were unsheltered and they didn't have a residence to go to, Detroit Police Captain Nathan Duda said. According to the police, 5 children were sleeping in the van around noon. Police said the mother noticed that one of her kids, a 9-year-old boy, wasn't breathing. Then she called a friend to take him to the children's hospital in Michigan. Yeah, how about calling an ambulance and not your friend? While they were at the hospital, police said the grandmother noticed that another child, a 2-year-old girl, was also not breathing. Then the friend returned and took the other child to the hospital. How about an ambulance? Both kids were pronounced dead at the hospital. Very sad, especially as a father. I can't imagine what the family is feeling. I wish it wouldn't have happened, Duda said. The other 3 children were treated and evaluated at the hospital. They were listed in a stable condition Monday afternoon. The cause of death have yet not been determined by police, but police believe they froze to death. Well, by being cold and not having a place to warm you up.
So then why can't they just keep an eye on them? The people that
Well,
are around.
it's not as simple as that. What happened, it sounds simple for you, but listen. They didn't have a home to stay in.
Oh.
So they drove into that garage with their car.
Because I thought it was kidnappers.
No. They were drove in the garage because it was cold, and I think it was like 10 degrees in Chicago that night. So the van ran out of gas. They didn't have gas to keep the van on, so that they can keep the car warm. Right? So that's what happened. They didn't have a place to warm themselves up, so they froze to death.
Wait till they're okay then? Or they dead?
2 of the 5 kids are dead
Damn.
because they froze to death.
So 2 of
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it sucks. But I mean, it sucks. There's no but. It just sucks. 2 people dead. They don't have a place to sleep in, and that's horrible. Scientists, see, I have a heart. I think I'm a piece of shit. Sometimes. Scientists said, what? Scientists says the shape of the Earth's inner core is changing. Man, I talked about this on my podcast like 20 years ago. I talked about that like 20 years ago, like literally 20 episodes ago or something like that. No, well, you know how I said that the I didn't say, but the news said that the North Pole has shifted places. Well, that has to do with that. The inner core is either. I think they said it was slowing down, but let's read. Uh, it's almost science, not fic. It's almost science fiction. Scientists say the shape of the Earth's inner core is changing. Scientists who just month ago confirmed that Earth's inner core recently reversed its spin have a new revelation about our planet's deepest secret. They identify the changes to the inner cores of the shape. Earth's inner layer is a hot, solid ball of metal surrounded by a liquid metal outer core. For decades, planetary scientists suspected that the solid inner core deformed over time has it spun. Now, researchers have found the first evidence of changes taking place over the past 20 years in the shape of the inner core. Signs don't want ads. Signs of the cores deforming appear in waves from earthquakes that were strong enough to reach Earth's center. Well, here's the thing. They have earthquake machines too. So those earthquake machines that they've turned on at some point or whenever that was, whatever that was. But let me finish. Those machines that they turned on. Did you pay attention to what I said? No. Now researchers have found the first evidence of changes taking place over the past 20 years in the shape of the inner core. Signs of the core's deformation appeared in waves from earthquakes. So earthquakes made the inner core is making the Earth's inner. I can't talk. What the fuck? The Earth's inner core change, and they have earthquake machines. If they're the ones that causing a lot of the earthquakes, like the major big earthquakes, like that means they are changing the core. Did you not just hear what I just read? The earthquakes, the Earth inner core stopped and started spinning the other way. No, you're not listening. That's what I tell you. You pay attention to the words. Corruption survey gives many nations worst score in over a decade. South Sudan slides to the bottom. Wonder why? And they're going to say it was the U.S.'s fault. 27 religious groups sued Trump administration to protect houses of worship from immigration arrests. I'm 100% with that, but also, again, they're not sending people that have been here for like 10 years and over. They're only sending those dumb fucks that came in the last years that were coming in asking for, oh, we have rights. Well, guess what, bitch? We haven't had rights in forever. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We have rights. You have rights in your fucking country and ask for those fucking rights. I had no say so. All right. Anyways, Trump names Gajes Serralta to lead U.S. Marshal Service. Who's that? Don't know, don't care. Space telescope finds rare Einstein ring of light in nearby galaxy. What is an Einstein ring of light? Let's find out. Space telescope finds rare Einstein ring of light in nearby galaxy. A rare ring of light surrounding a galaxy nearly 590 million light years away from Earth has been discovered by a space telescope that scientists hope will uncover more cosmic phenomena throughout the universe. The European Space Agency announced on Monday. Europe. What a joke.
Then eventually they'll end up, well, maybe, they'll end up, God damn. So they'll end up, God. Never mind.
Okay. The ring of light, known as the Einstein ring, was discovered in September 2023 by Euclid, a space telescope on a 6-year mission to map out the cosmos by observing billions of galaxies. Photos of the Einstein ring show a bright ball of light in the center with a bright cloudy ring around it. The ring is surrounded by NGC 6505, a galaxy that astronomers say is nearby through it is hundreds of millions of light years away. The galaxy NC 605 itself is not new. The scientists not new to the scientists, and it has been studied since the 19th century. Jacqueline McClure, assistant professor of physics at Northeastern University, says the Einstein ring, which had never been seen around the galaxy before, was suddenly easy to find because of the Euclid high resolution and sensitivity. Well, they found something weird out there.
Wait till okay. So then they might know what's up with the question mark galaxy.
No, we haven't read anything. Did we read about that? No.
Not with me, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, who's it? Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams concert in Australia. Oh, your mother would know who that is, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I know, that's why.
In Australia, it's canceled. Yeah, stop. It's canceled after fatberg causes sewage overflow. What? Concert in Australia is canceled after fatberg causes sewage overflow. What is fatberg? Maybe. Let's find out. Fatbergs are massive globs of concealed cooking fat, grease, and other waste, often held together by wet wipes and rags, that create a huge water blockage in sewer systems and can be tedious and expensive to remove. The blockage was detected near a Perth arena mere hours before the Canadian music Bryan Adams sold out and was set to take place. Workers were called to help clear up the fatberg. Fatberg. That's a funny word. But were unable to resolve it before the start of the show. Water authorities warned the wastewater flowing into the venue, forcing organizers to cancel the show and upsetting the many fans who had received no communication and had been waiting for entry. Sucks to suck, nerds. LOL. Maybe. Dad charged with assault for shoving 2 kids referee a hockey game. No, he took it so serious. He pushed someone, the coach, or the dad, I mean. Trump ally Steve Bannon pleads guilty to and avoids jail time in border wall fraud case. You guys did that. Your buddies. Trump threatens Canada's cars with tariffs up to 100% national global news. What cars come from Canada? Nobody even wants a car from Canada. No, that's Japan or Korea, I think. As Canada braces a 25% U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum, U.S. President Donald Trump says he is considering an additional tariff on Canadians-made cars, which could be as high as 50 to 100%. In an interview with Fox News on Monday, Trump said Canada stole the automobile. Who the fuck says automobile? Who the hell says automobile? Them dumb Canadians. You're dumb. The automobile. Oh, automobile. Sorry. If you look at Canada, Canada has a very big car industry. They stole it from us. They stole it because our people were asleep at the wheel. No, because you and your buddies wanted to make more money than you made last year. That's why. But I'm not mad at you for that. I am. Woman convicted of beating special needs cousin to death in the Upper West Side apartment. Wow, that sounds like, yeah. It's an average day for those people. Woman convicted of beating a special needs cousin to death in the Upper West Side. I don't care about that. It's none of my business. UK and the US refused to sign international AI declaration. The whole AI thing is a government thing. They won't let us keep it that long. Watch, they'll take it away one way or the other. Judge orders HHS, CDC, and FDA to restore deleted webpage with health information. Yeah, like the fucking COVID information that we all needed to know. Like something like that, right? Yeah. Washington, a federal judge on Tuesday ordered the Department of Health and Human Service, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Food and Drug Administration to restore web pages and data that had been scrubbed in compliance with President Trump's executive order on gender ideology while litigations move on. Oh, they had information that's saying what real boys and what real girls were, and then they were like, remove that because some people don't know what the fuck they are. The U.S. Judge John Bates agreed to grant a temporary restraint order sought by the group Doctors for America, which argued that that its members use the website when treating patients and conducting research. The nonprofit organization said that the removal of the webpage by the Department of Health and Human Services and its components violated federal law. Yeah, free press. Losers. Why'd you take me out? This thing took me back. God damn it, I hate when it does that. Go ahead, dude. That was perfect. Because when you did the quack, 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 I said, this thing takes me out. All right, here we were. What is that on your face? So dumb. Canned tuna sold at Trader Joe's, Costco, HEB, according to some, the greatest stupid store in the world, recalled for botulism risk. Botulism, whatever that is, a potential fatal form of food poisoning. Not only you're going to be shitting out of your mouth and your asshole, but you're going to die if you eat that canned tuna. So return your tuna can. That's disgusting. Several brands of tuna. Look at this, stupid people. This newspaper, after getting money from the government, they still want me to donate money to them. Jerk offs. Several brands of canned tuna sold at stores including Trader Joe's, Costco, and HEB. Some have been recalled because they might be contaminated with the type of bacteria that causes botulism. Botulism? No, it's botulism. I don't want stupid Beyonce's face on my phone. Cause she's a witch. Yes, she's a witch, a real witch. No, she's the devil. American Mark Fogel freed from Russia, White House says. If you went to Russia and you got caught, tough luck. Yeah. With an American flag draped over his shoulder, yeah, you better be sucking the nuts of the flag. You better not. Nobody ever hear you say something against the federal government because they're the ones that took you out of your stupid place that you got yourself in because you wanted to visit Russia because it's important for you. I don't know why. Probably a terrorist plan. The American teacher freed. The American teacher. Like, what do we know about our teachers in America? They suck. Yes, lunch food at school suck. Anyways, American teacher freed from a Russian prison arrived at the White House on Tuesday night and was welcomed by President Trump. Fogel, 63, had been serving a 14-year prison sentence in Russian prison colony after being arrested in 2021 on drug charges. Yeah, how about not take drugs in your country? What the fuck are you thinking, you dumb fuck? I'm not a hero. Of course not. No one's thinking you're a fucking hero. Fogel said, addressing the reports from the White House. President Donald Trump's a hero. Of course he's the hero. He took you out. Why would you be a hero? Why would you even fucking say, I'm not a hero after doing some stupid shit and getting caught and then getting arrested and then being put to jail and then you have to do all this whole political shit for then some people to get your dumb ass out? No, I mean, this is all political game that they...
Remember that one TikTok video they saw that a guy with I think that robbed a bank and then got deported after, and he still kept the $200,000.
Oh yeah, I think we saw it was a video. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. He got away with it, but I think he turned himself in because he felt bad. I guess, something like that. But he was in Colombia living with all that money, which it turned into like 5 times more than what it was here because of the exchange, the coin exchange. Yeah. I'm not, of course, you're not a hero. Like I said, Fogel, why the fuck would you even put that out there? I'm not a hero. Yeah, everybody knows that. At times, overcome with emotion, Fogel thanked his family, including his 95-year-old mother, who pleaded his case to Trump at the campaign rally last year. He also thanked Steve Witkoff, Trump's Special Middle East envoy, who played a key role in negotiating Fogel's release. Fogel spent 3.5 years in prison before his release. He declined to describe his ordeal in specifics, saying every day was a challenge, but that he needed time to talk about it. He said he had received over 400 injections while in prison, but didn't say what or provided further details. Trump did not discuss the negotiation that led to Fogel's release or describe any conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin. I can only say this: we got a man home whose mother and family wanted him desperately, Trump said. Yeah, how about not be an idiot? He later added that the thought of Fogel's return could advance negotiations to end the Russia-Ukraine war. What did I tell you? Something political. Yeah. I want the war ended, Trump said. Earlier in the day, the president was asked if Russia had given the United States anything in return for Fogel, and he responded, "Not much. No, they were very nice. We were treated very nicely by Russia, actually." And see, this is what's weird because Trump and Putin, they've already talked and they've already agreed to get to a talking point about the war where it could end in Ukraine and Russia. But yesterday, for some weird reason, apparently Ukraine got attacked, and they're saying it was Russia. They did it themselves because the U.S. told Ukraine they're not going to get any more money. So that weirdo is making a big deal out of it now. A rare jaguar, holy grail by big cat, spotter in southern Arizona. How is that news? How is that news? Well, that's animals migrating to one place or another. Yeah. Trump, yeah, but when you both talk, it sounds too much noise in the background. Trump FEMA officials ignore judge's latest order, demands freeze and grant funding. Let's read, what is this? FEMA. Is FEMA any good? Lately, they have not been any good, as a matter of fact. A senior official at the Federal Emergency Management Agency instructed subordinates to freeze funding for a widely array of grant programs on Monday, just hours after a federal judge ordered the Trump administration for the second time to stop such pause. So, see, this is what people are fighting for. In an email with the subject line "Urgent," Hold On Award, Stacy Street, the director of the agency's Office of Grant Administration, told her team to freeze funding for grant programs going back several years, including those focused on emergency preparedness, homeland security, firefighting protection, churches from terrorism, and tribal security.
Man, shut your...
Yeah, don't give FEMA any more money. They're just giving away my money, and that's why I'm not getting any taxes in return. Sam Kern found not guilty of racially aggravated harassment of police officer. Yeah, let's see what this. The Guardian never lies. Yeah, right. Sam Kerr has been found not guilty of racially aggravated harassment after calling a police officer fucking stupid and white. After doubting her claims of being held hostage in a taxi, Kerr showed no emotion during the reading of the verdict, which the jury delivered after a little over 4 hours of deliberation, but gave the thumbs up to her barrister Grace Forbes. Afterward, she issued a statement said she was thankful for the verdict and can finally put this challenge period behind her. She wanted to get charged. That's why they do this whole court thing, because if it was really corrupted, she would have gone to jail for calling that cop stupid white. Thomson Reuters wins first major AI copy case in the U.S. I don't know what that is. I don't care. Nobody should care. White House fires USAID Inspector General after warning about funding oversight, officials say. Is it the blind guy? They have a blind guy overseeing the money they waste. A blind guy overseeing the money they waste.
He's blind.
What the fuck is he gonna see? Somebody's gonna read it for him? Somebody could tell him anything. The White House fired the Inspector General of the U.S. Agency for International Development on Tuesday, U.S. officials said. A day after his office warned that the Trump administration dismantling of the USAID had made it all but impossible to monitor $8.2 billion in unspent humanitarian funds. I mean, $8.2 billion they were trying to monitor that they didn't know where it went. The White House gave no reason for the firing of Inspector General Paul Martin. No, it's a different guy. One of the officials said the officials were familiar with the dismissal, but not authorized to comment publicly and spoken on conditions of anonymity. Inspectors generals are typically independently funded watchdogs attached to the government agencies and tasked with rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse. The Trump administration's earlier purge more than a dozen inspectors generals. On Monday, Martin's office issued a flash report warning that the Trump administration freeze all foreign assistance and moved to cut USAID staff had left oversight of the humanitarian aid largely non-operational. Dun, dun, dun. What is this fat kid doing in my screen?
We got 3 people watching us, and the total views we have 6.
Ooh, that's more than last week. Keep them coming. Come on, chat.
That's on YouTube, by the way.
Huh?
That's on YouTube.
Oh.
Is this real?
White House bar AP reporter from the Oval Office because of AP style policy in the Gulf of America. Goddamn right, the greatest nation in all the world. No, are you American or what? You a communist? Move to freaking Canada. That's where they sing communist songs. If you want to live in communist Russia, end up like Cuba, where people have no food now. You know what's wrong with communism? In Cuba, at least, let's start with Cuba. In Cuba, nobody owns the cows. If you have cows, well, guess what? The government owns those cows. You kill that cow to eat that meat, you're going to jail. Even though you were the one feeding that cow. Yeah. So that's what communism does. Look at what's happened to Venezuela. Look at what's happened to Nicaragua. Look at what's happened to Cuba, and look at North Korea and China. It's kind of a mixture of communism and capitalism, which is what the U.S. has. which is the style that they well, the U.S. is really not capitalism, but kind of is, but it's not, because
Is it or is it not?
so depends who you ask.
It's yes and
Yeah, something like that. The White House blocked an Associated Press reporter from an event in the Oval Office on Tuesday after demanding the news agency after its style on the Gulf of Mexico, which President Donald Trump has ordered to rename the Gulf of America. The reporter, whom the AP would not identify, tried to enter the White House event as usual Tuesday afternoon and was turned away. Get the fuck out of here, AP News. You guys suck either way. That's what I'm reading right now, by the way. They're the ones reporting that they didn't let him in. You could have watched it on TV. There was people watching it. I knew what happened. You could have known that way, AP News. The highly unusual ban, which Trump administration officials had threatened earlier Tuesday, unless the AP changed the style on the Gulf, could have constitutional free speech implications. Yeah, well, the same way like you guys were saying that COVID wasn't coming out from stupid lab. Is that way? Is that the same way they're pushing you to say the Gulf of Mexico, of the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico? And also, did everybody forget where the Gulf is? Is in the freaking continent of America. America is a whole continent, not just the USA. Listen, a couple of years ago, Mexicans were the ones that say, "Oh, Americans think that the America is only the US." And now when we're pushing for people to say that the whole continent is America, now it's a problem. Now you guys want it. It's Mexico. It's not even Mexico. If you guys really want to stick to old names, why don't you just call yourself Mexicas? Because that's what Mexicans really are. Mexicas, not Mexicans. That's what they call them. That's what the country was called before when the Aztecs were living there. It's called Mexica. Yeah, but that's don't mix the subjects, different subjects. The reporter whatever. You guys got banned from going in. Ha! Sucks to suck, nerd. Huh. It's like they were getting paid. They were getting paid to block people or to censor people who were saying stuff like that. Like the vaccine is bad for you. The vaccine is not really necessary because you already got COVID. So what the fuck is the point of getting the vaccine? Or saying that COVID came from a Chinese lab. That was especially racist. It's gonna give me something. What is that thing that says right there? Content what?
Content Network Showdown.
What is that?
Just announces the winners.
Oh. I don't know what that is. Anyways, 900 million in Institute of Education Science Contracts axed. Yeah, because it was probably a waste of money. Let's see, somebody's gonna be fucking. They're not gonna give people from other countries more money.
Man, shut your.
They're not gonna be teaching gender education in other countries. As if other countries don't know. You know, they chop gay people's heads in other countries. You know that? Yeah, so you guys have it pretty good here. So stop whining and freaking bitching like that stupid trans guy that was saying, or gal, whatever the fuck it is. It was saying, "Oh, I'm worried. If you're scared of Trump, I'm more scared of Trump." Dude, you have a different mole, so you're not being a man. People get mad if you say that. The Trump administration canceled nearly $900 million in Institute of Education science contracts Monday. A massive blow to the U.S. Education Department agency that houses the National Center for Education Statistics fund research on how to improve higher education and provide publicly accessible data on the U.S. post-secondary institution. Well, I mean, that's a good thing, right? Wasn't everybody complaining that the U.S. education system is fucked and it's dumb and it doesn't work? So, well, then stop doing that and let's try something else.
Big back,
Yes, you have big backs running everything, and those fat fucks don't fucking know anything because all they could think about is, oh, I want sugar. Oh, I'm going to put sugar in my mouth. Oh, I'm going to eat hot dogs. Oh, I'm going to eat burgers. That's what fat people think about, right? I was fat. I once thought about that. Of course I did. Researchers and higher education associations worked Tuesday to better understand the scale of the cuts, which is still wasn't clear 24 hours after the news first broke. The Department of Office said 89 IES contracts were canceled, while organizations put the total at closer to 170. You know what IES is? Just private contractors. Just regular other companies, the government is paying them to do research. But it's probably somebody from the government that runs that institution that's from the government, that's their cousin running the thing, so they make money. That's what it is. Good. You're going to learn that education sucks. The education that we're getting sucks. Australian nurse brags on TikTok about threatening to kill Israeli patients. Oh my God, we went over this, but I actually got videos of this lady. She's a nurse, and another guy saying that they would kill Israelites even if they went to the hospital. But here is the thing. I got multiple videos of people of Israelites saying the same things about Palestine, and that's not a big deal. So when one side says, oh, I'm going to kill those people, that's a big deal. You can't say that. What did we talk about last week? Who crucified Jesus Christ? Who? Yes, they did. If we're a freaking Christian nation, we should be caring about that. If people brag about being a Christian nation, the U.S. being a Christian nation, they should not be supporting anything Israel does. Now, I'm not saying I support or I don't support. All I'm saying is they killed Jesus Christ. M15 lighter. M1MI or whatever that is, lied to courts to defend handling of violent neo-Nazi agents. It's all the FBI. It's agents from the FBI doing all that. It's called agent provocateur. That's what that word I was trying to remember last time. We were talking about something. Hey, but it's agent provocateur. Because they provocateur. Because they make a no. They say there's a peaceful protest, and so that it starts getting violent, and people get spread out, and everybody goes home. Guess what? The FBI sends people in there to start getting violent, so the police can start beating everybody up, and they can get out of there. And that's how they stop people from protesting, which they didn't do when those dumb fucks were flying the Mexican flag, which they should have done, so that those idiots could have gone home. And like that stupid lady that would the lower the American flag on the embassy and put the Mexican flag up. Now she's saying she knows multiple people in the army and the navy, and she's worried the U.S. is gonna attack Mexico, saying that Trump's gonna attack Mexico. Like, I thought it was for immigration reform, what they were fucking protesting for, not because Trump said he was gonna attack. He said he was going to attack the cartels in Mexico, which, who will that help? Mexicans. Well, stop coughing. M15 lied to three courts while defending its handling of misogynist neo-Nazi state agents who attacked his girlfriend with a machete, the BBC can reveal. Arguing for Secretary of Security Service told judge it had stuck to its policies of not confirming or denying information identity. See, every time these people go to court, like neo-Nazis and stuff like that, the police always defends them because those are their buddies. I just told you who they send. And remember, kids, if the government says they're here to help you, no, they're not. U.S. inflation heats up to 3% for the first time since June. Didn't it heat up to like 400% before this? So what the fuck? Many commonly purchased goods and services got more expensive in January. Yeah, thanks Biden. Driving inflation in the wrong direction, so it's the highest rate since June of last year. And you can say, but Trump started in January. Yeah, he started in January. When prices started going up, it was still fucking Biden's administration. And Biden had them kill all the chickens from a lot of chicken farms. Not necessarily directly Biden, but people who work for him had those chickens killed so that they could make more money selling chickens. Because chicken eggs went up 400% last month, just so you know. God damn is right. Consumer prices rose 0.5% from December, the fastest pace since August 2023, resulting in an annual inflation rate of 3% for the 12-month that ended in January. Yeah, see? For the 12-month that ended in January. That was Biden's administration. According to the latest consumer price index data released Wednesday by the Bureau, goddamn paywall, by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Yep. So what you're saying is that they're going to make more money. And watch. We'll be sitting here in probably a couple months from now. We'll be sitting here and reading about companies bragging, oh, we made so much more money than we made last year. The same shit happened during the pandemic. They were like, oh, we have to raise the prices because we're in the middle of the pandemic. Like, okay. The New York Stock Exchange has launched an exchange in Texas. What does that mean? They're probably Wall Street's moving to Texas. The New York Stock Exchange is launching an exchange in Texas. Goddamn paywall. New York, NYSE Chicago, previously the Chicago Stock Exchange, will soon become NYSE Texas. See, they're moving. Last month's TXSE Group announced that it had filed for registration of the Texas Stock Exchange with the Security and Exchange Commission. Texas has also emerged as a competitor to Delaware as the legal home of major companies. Yeah, we'll see. 8 inspector generals fired by Trump file lawsuit to challenge dismissal. See how lawyers are crying that they don't want to get fired? Now they're suing the government because they're getting fired. And because their buddies put them in there so that their buddies can be protected from going to jail because they commit fraud all the time. A group of 8 former internal government watchdogs, don't you compare yourself to a dog, who were sued by President Trump filed a lawsuit Wednesday challenging their terminations. The legal challenge brought in federal district court in Washington, D.C., argues that their firing violates federal laws meant to protect inspectors general from interference with their oversight duties. I said duties. One of those laws, you can see your head back up. One of the laws passed in 2022 with bipartisan support in both chambers require a president to give Congress 30 days notice before removing an inspector general and provide a substantive rationale, including detailed and case-specific reasons for the termination. Oh, I want a reason and a 30-day notice that I'm getting fired. We don't get fucking 30 days notice if we get fired out here. So why the fuck should you freaking queers? LA County teen and serial swatters get prison time for calls with fake threats of bomb shootings. Oh, you're not cool now, are you, you dumb fuck? Oh, that's very cool. Oh, I made a threat call to the government. You dumb fuck. A Los Angeles County teenager was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He's only going to do 1.5. Prison Tuesday after admitting to make more than 375 swatting calls. Oh, see, are those stupid kids that when you're playing video games, that they call the SWAT on you? But here's another thing that's a stupid thing that the SWAT doesn't do their due diligence and figures out that this is a fake call. So why not do the due diligence, do some investigation instead of jumping into somebody's house and just swatting them? Because the more house they swat, the more money they make. It's all about money. Just like if you don't go to school, the less money they make, and therefore I probably get in trouble because you didn't go to school because they're not making money. It's all money. Even school is all money. It's all money. That's why you don't have comfortable chairs, because it's all money. They buy cheap chairs so that you can get shitty chairs and they get more money in their pocket. What do you think the stupid guy that runs the whole district, why do you think he lives in like a big house? You think he lives in a small house like ours? Well, ours is not that small. But you think he lives in a small house? No, he probably lives in like a $200 million house or something like that, because they pocket a lot of that money. Because every year they got to get a raise too. So they give themselves raises. They do. They do. Let's read about this dumb fuck. Alan W. Fillon, an 18-year-old Lancaster resident, admitted in a plea agreement to carry out calls targeting places such as high school, colleges, and universities, religious institutions, and people such as the government officials, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. Federal prosecutors said that he intended for the calls to result in major emergency responses by law enforcement. But see, that's what I'm telling you. This idiot is calling them a bunch of different times, 375 times. You mean after the freaking fourth time you couldn't figure out that this guy was fucking around? But here's what they also do. If you're incriminating yourself, they'll let you incriminate yourself as many times as you want, just so that they can give you a harder sentence. Because guess who makes money if you go to jail? Who? Well, they rent the jails. So it's a whole money. If there's no people in jails, are they making money? So guess who's gonna pay? Who's gonna pay all those senators to pass stupid laws so that people can go to jail easy? Marijuana has a lot of medical capabilities. All right, it does. And they're not letting anybody use. They're not. Well, now they are a little bit in California and other states. They're not letting them people use it because those are unions that run the prisons. They want more harsher laws for stupid things and more people in jail because people do stupid things. The warden lives in the $1 million home. I bet you any warden from any jail lives in $1 million homes. Right? These people always have cash in their pockets. So, you know what to do if you want to become a millionaire that's heartless. All right. U.S. Cyber Agency puts election security staffers who work with the state on leave. Yeah, because they didn't finish counting right and they didn't want to give Trump the count. They wanted to stop counting because Trump was winning. Canada appoints fentanyl czar as Trump's tariff threats looms. Oh, what does that mean? What is weirdos and people, weird people in Canada up to? Well, no, those legislation guys, whatever the fuck they're called. Good legislators. Canada's provincial and territorial leaders say they had a constructive meeting with the White House as they sought to make their case against tariffs the U.S. president has threatened to impose on the country. It is the first time all 13 premiers have visited the U.S. Capitol together, illustrating how serious a potential trade war is viewed by Canada. President Donald Trump's threats to impose 25% import taxes on all goods from Canada and 100% on energy was paused 30 days earlier this month after Canada adopted a new border measure. On Monday, Trump added another threat, saying he planned to add 25% tax on all global steel and aluminum imports to the U.S. beginning 12 March. But you know why he's doing this, right? You know why he's putting tariffs, which is taxes on other countries? Well, that's so Americans can get more money. So all those companies that left the country because it was cheaper to pay people to make something out there, well, guess what? It's not going to be cheaper no more to make it out there. It's going to be cheaper to make it here. Stuff made in America. He's trying to avoid exactly what happened during the pandemic when nobody could get anything from China. Because China makes everything for us. Drugs, medicine, cars, everything. Everything. Electronics, everything. Yes. Avian flu outbreak says 1.8 million farmed birds killed. They killed 1.8 million birds, chickens, so that they could charge you $7, $9 for a dozen of eggs.
Isn't a dozen like 12?
Yes. You didn't get it right. Get it right. Perfect. How's the other one doing? Okay. Almost 1.8 farm and cat, but by the end of the week, we always have like 10 more views on the live. So it's good. Almost 1.8 million farm and captive birds have been culled in the past 3 months because of the spread of the avian flu across the UK, and the BBC has learned. See, they're doing it everywhere. It's not even, this shit's not even a big deal, and they're making a big deal about it. There have been 33 outbreaks of the virus on farms, and on Wednesday, the government said bird keepers in 5 more English counties would have to house flock indoors from Sunday. What the fuck? It's if you have chickens, they want you to bring them indoors. This is stupid. The risk to humans remains low with chickens and eggs. So then why have them fucking killed? With chicken eggs are safe to eat if properly cooked, but there's concern about the impact bird flu is having on farmers' mental health. You mean farmers are fucking scared? You mean farmers are pussies? Is that what you're saying? The government said it had acted quickly to cool all poultry and on infected premises to protect Britain's food security, but recognizes the devastating impact it was having. Huh? Yeah, we'll stop at like 9. That's the time we always stop. 9:30. Uline turned to Mexico to staff warehouses but pay them a fraction of U.S. workers, sources say. Yeah, they're going to pay you in Mexican. It's pesos, not Mexican. Rescue crew responds to military plane crash in San Diego Bay. Another one bites the dust. U.S. Coast Guard released suspected audio recording of the Titan submersible implosion. It was like, instead of it was That's how it was. Because it was an implosion. It was not an explosion. That's what it sounded like. Exactly like that. Like that. Yeah, don't. You're being too loud with your cough. Yeah, it's... Google defends scrapping AI pledged and DEI goals in all staff's meeting. Don't care about Google. U.S. to release Russian Alexander Vinnik as part of the exchange. The freed Fogel. Another one. See, I told you. It was political. Gabbard confirmed as U.S. intel chief in latest victory for Trump. Well, that's good. She ran for president and now she's intel chief. That's good. Federal health agencies restore web pages and database following judge's order. We read about that. First human bird flu case reported in Ohio. Department of Health confirms. Wow, it's just gonna be some stupid shit. Watch. Mark my words. We already know this. A man in Ohio has contracted bird flu, marking the state's first case of the disease during the current outbreak, the Ohio Department of Health announced on Wednesday. Ohio Department of Health said that the reported probable case, see what I mean? Probable. That means they're not sure if it was it. Probable case of influenza AH5, also known as highly pathogenic avian influenza or bird flu, was detected in an adult farmer in Merced County, Ohio. Merced County is roughly 2 hours away from Cincinnati, as it matters. What? We're in the middle of something. Didn't you have a phone you could text and ask? Use your phone to ask. Or check on yours. Oh, okay. The infected man was in contact with the diseased commercial poultry that was infected with the virus, ODH. Currently, the general risk of bird flu for humans is low, according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. The ODH said the best way to avoid bird flu is to, whenever possible, avoid direct contact with wild birds, as well as sick or dead poultry or other animals. If you find sick or dead poultry or animals, contact your local health department or local veterinarian before approaching. Using protective equipment such as gloves, N95, or well-fitting faces mask, and and eye protection. Wash your hands thoroughly after touching birds or sick animals. Avoid touching your nose, mouth, or eyes. And this kind of sounds like, stay 6 feet away from each other. Yeah. Why are you wearing a mask all the time? Well, guess what? Nobody else does, so get used to it. Gabber and Telfer. Okay, here we are. $10 million settlement in Sonia Mazie shooting case gets final approval. Is that lady that got shot in the face for having a black lady as that? Officials in Sangamon County, Illinois, have agreed to a $10 million settlement with the family of Sonia Mazie, a 36-year-old woman who was shot and killed in her home last summer after she called police for assistance. The agreement reached last level between a lawyer and Mazie's family and an attorney representing the county was unanimously approved Tuesday evening by the Sangamon County Board. Yeah, that's that one lady that got shot in the face. Yeah, their family's getting $10 million for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd rather have the lady alive than the $10 million. Plainclothes man raided a taco truck. They were later identified as federal agents. Man, what did I just tell you about agent provocateurs? This is what they do. 3 men wearing plain clothes entered a taco truck in Memphis, Tennessee, according to surveillance video posted on social media. Local officials later identified the men as federal agents. Quack, quack, quack. These people make so much money that those type of things, they do it as a thrill only because they want more excitement in their life. As shooting people in the face is not enough excitement. Having people hang themselves or shoot themselves three times in the face, so they call it suicide, is not enough. They have to go steal tacos from a taco truck. Yeah, measles cases are rising in the U.S., mainly among those who are unvaccinated, health officials say. Well, you guys did it to us, so I don't blame those people for not wanting to fucking vaccinate themselves because you guys have been fucking feeding fucking lies. A call for help led ISU police to an alleged predator and neo-Nazi group member. And later on, he was freed because he was about white. Hundreds of foreigners freed from Maynard scam centers. They shouldn't have gotten that job now, should they have? I had to burp. At least 28 injured after a car hits group of people in Munich. Also, Islams are really doing a number in Europe, aren't they? Federal Appeals Court upholds singer R. Kelly convictions of 30 years in prison. That sounds about right, doesn't it, R. Kelly? Sucks to suck, doesn't it? Trump's equity order kills West Point Engineers Society chapter, whatever that is. West Point Engineers Society. Musk will withdraw OpenAI bid if ChatGPT makers stay nonprofit, lawyers say. Nonprofit? That means someone's pocketing all that money from the government. Google Map blocks Gulf of America reviews after rename criticism. See what I mean? Years ago, people were bitching about the U.S. is not only America, the whole continent is America. And now when it's being acknowledged, you guys don't like it? It's Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. I should have blown a snot bubble and it would have looked better. I would have looked exactly like those fucking idiots crying about it. The tech giants updated the name of the location on Wednesday. Why'd you take it out? That was part of that. That's why I started reading it. After President Donald Trump ordered to change in official government documents, clicking on the label of the Gulf of Google Maps now brings up a note saying, posting is currently turned off. And their vaginas hurt because it's not going to be called the Gulf of Mexico, as if there's anything good about Mexico right now other than just... Now, it's turned into a literal war zone because now the cartels are using drones to kill each other. They are no longer only using guns and trucks and tanks and anti-gunners or whatever the hell they're called. They're not using none of that now. They're using drones. Judge upholds $2.35 million verdict against Zig Salzer over pistol shooting in Georgia. Whatever that is. Shapiro sues Trump administration over unconstitutional funding freeze. Aha, you dumb fuck. Former Riverside school counselor sentenced to prison for placing hidden cameras in bathroom. Damn, what a piece of shit. Good. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. confirmed as health secretary by Senate. Good. We need somebody that looks like a real man. Not like someone that's really confused about their lifestyle, their choices. Oh, let me see. Didn't you read what it said? It said the phone was heating up because it was plugged in. Yeah, no, I had to plug it, otherwise it's going to overheat. Mass firing of federal workers began as Trump's and Musk purge U.S. government. See how they word it? Purge. Because they're firing everybody. That means like they're like chasing everybody to get them fired. But what they're saying, like these people are doing nothing wrong. But if you pay attention to where all the money is going and how the Clintons family got thousands of dollars for her daughter's wedding from the government, hundreds of thousands. I think she got over like $100,000 or something like that for her wedding. Aircraft carrier HS Truman collides with a ship in the Mediterranean Sea. See, this is the type of shit that really makes me feel like, God damn, like I can't talk shit no more because you guys do this stupid shit constantly. A free speech dispute over a New England town pastry shops painting heads on trial. Shop painting heads to trial. Whatever that is. Painting heads, whatever that means. Yeah. Just a fluke. A whale spits out kayaker in incidents captured on camera. Yeah, but okay. First of all, what the fuck are you doing in the middle of the ocean where you could easily get swallowed by a tiger shark or whatever it's called? No, I mean, what's the other one? The giant shark? No, the other shark that doesn't eat whale shark. That's what I was thinking. But whale sharks don't eat people either. Neither do whales, humpback whales. Right? And orcas don't ever attack humans. They will attack a boat, but they won't attack a human. It's difference. All right.
And also, I believe there's another one called I don't know. There was another giant shark that the mouth opens up huge. Oh yeah, it's like
I think the other one hasn't been seen.
It's been seen. It's in a
Oh,
book.
okay. I don't know about that then. Jean moves to close 500 of his stores across the U.S. amid bankruptcy. Yeah, well, that guy's still going to walk away with all his money.
Man,
Honestly, terrifying. Yosemite National Park is in chaos. Why is Yosemite National Park in chaos? This is interesting. We gotta read this. Park ranger meets in front of the Yosemite Falls before. God damn ads. Before President Barack Obama's speech on June 2016, Yosemite National Park, California. Yosemite Park is in trouble. Hamstruck by President Donald Trump's hirings freeze hundreds of resident job offers and the threat of coming layoff, the park is poised to enter its busiest month of the year. Several short-staffed, not only that, but the park day use reservation system created to protect park resources and improve the visitors' experience by reducing crowding appears unlikely to return this year. In addition, Yosemite Superintendent Cecily Muldoon is about to retire. Who gives a fuck? Let that bitch retire. She's old, I bet. Worst of it all, says current and former National Park Service employees nonprofit leader. Yeah, how about that nonprofit leader pays everybody's fucking salary? They have enough money to do that. Another Yosemite experts interviewed by SF Gate is that decades of effort to protect the park ecosystem for future generations are being derailed. You know what also protects it? Leaving it the fuck alone. That protects it. But then people won't be able to go walk those. But then who cares? Do you want an experience in the outdoors, the real outdoors, or do you want an experience in the non-real outdoors? Okay. Manhattan U.S. attorney resigns after refusing orders to drop case against New York City Mayor Adams. Get that fucker. Missouri prosecutors sue Starbucks over DEI practices. Good. Sue those bitches. We're not doing that no more. Get them. DEI, that's that program that would give money to if a company didn't hire, say, 2 black people, 2 gay people, and a girl, but you have to hire those type of people, otherwise we won't pay you money from the government. Those programs now, they're not getting any money anymore, so there's not going to be an incentive to only hire gay people or black people, because apparently black people are being oppressed, which is news to me because I see black people in the government. I see people that are rich, that are ridiculously rich. I see them. And yet, black people are being oppressed? How? I mean, I don't know. I'm not black though, so I'm close. I'm a shade away from being black, so I guess. I tan. I got a colored television. I'm not racist. Hi 1248. Hi 1248. Gifter Bridge just got the number 2. What are they live and what? I don't want that. Authoritarian leaders in former Soviet bloc seize on Musk U.S. ID crackdown. See, if there's another country, all those other countries don't need the fucking money. Figure it out yourself. We got problems here at home. Igloo recalls more than 1 million coolers after handling hazard causes fingertips amputation. What? I mean, it cuts your fingers off. Nah, who cares? Igloo, not an igloo. That's the brand. Like the lunch bag that I have, that teal one. That's an igloo. That's the brand. I don't know. Sharp edges, probably really sharp edges. Well, you know, people are stupid. They'll try anything they see on YouTube. Defense stock drops after Trump says Pentagon spending could be halved. It definitely could be halved because you guys are spending money stupidly. Donald Trump elects chair of Kennedy Center amid upheaval at organization. Elected chair of Kennedy, whatever that means. Trump's administration says it has no plans to fulfill 400 million armored Tesla trucks. And people were saying, oh, Elon just wants government money. He already gets government money. And he got a lot of money from the Bidens too, by the way. Bezos Blue Origin began origins to lay off about 10% across its space launch business. Business not doing well? Elon Musk unveiled Grok 3 XAI's latest model. Grok, I think that's like a name that means something like evil. I'll do that. After delay, CDC released data signaling bird flu spreads undetected in cows and people. So is it called cow flu or bird flu? Apparently, right? Swine flu, that's different. That's big back people. You swine. You uncultured swine. TikTok returns to Apple's and Google's App Store. Florida 17-year-old acquitted of mother stabbing to death a year after killing father. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you don't beat the shit out of your kids when they do something stupid. A 17-year-old from Florida was acquitted on first-degree murder. That means he got away. Of kidnapping charges and the stabbing of his mother more than a year after he was found to have killed his father in self-defense. What self-defense? Because your dad beat you up because you were being a little shithead or what? Or was he just beating you up all the time for no reason? If he was beating you up for no reason, I say okay. But if it wasn't for a reason, then I say you should be in jail. Not okay. Well, we'll see. We'll find out right now. Colin Griffith was found not guilty of killing his mother, 39-year-old Catherine Griffith, at his grandmother's home in Auberdale in Polk County in September of 2024. It took 11 hours of deliberating for the jury to unanimously find the state did not provide what happened inside the home was a murder. The incident happened September 8 after the teen had ran away from his grandmother's house. His grandmother was in the Florida Keys at the time. His mother drove to him after Griffith refused to come home. She arrived at 4 p.m. when the neighbors said they saw two arguing out front. According to witness, the teen grabbed his mother by the hair and dragged her inside the home. About 2 hours later, the Polk County Sheriff's Office received a call from Colin stating he had a fight with his mom and she's bleeding from the neck. Authorities Griffith had used a kitchen knife to stab his mother in the neck twice. Deputies arrived on the scene where they say Colin immediately told him, I know my rights. I want an attorney. Yeah, he did it, see? I didn't really feel safe there with myself and with her, and that I didn't know what's going to happen. I still don't know what's going to happen, said Griffith on the video. The teen was living with his mother because in February 2023, he shot and killed his father in Oklahoma. His attorney was able to prove self-defense due to the fact he was treated poorly by his father. Maybe he was being a bitch and wanted to make a man out of him. Griffith was not allowed to leave the farm they lived on and was only fed one meal a day. Yeah, well, yeah, you deserved it. It was also proven that Griffith had PTSD and other problems, according to NBC affiliate WBBH. We'll find out from being a bitch. After the fatal stabbing, Griffith initially told dispatchers his mother fell on the knee, but 5 months later, after his first-degree murder trial, his attorney, Emil Thornhill, argued he acted in self-defense. She alleged his mother had a history of lying and threatening him, starting at one point, she even pulled a gun on him. What a family. What a lovely family. Isn't it more reasonable given everything you know that Kathy picked up the knife, threatened Colleen with it, and he defended himself, said Thornhill during the closing argument Tuesday. Thornhill also said Griffith and his mother had a very disturbed relationship, which he alluded to himself on body camera video while speaking with deputies after another incident at the Charlotte County home in November 2023. Deputies had arrested Griffith for domestic battery against his mother. He spent the night in jail, but on his way home, a comment he made worried deputies. I'm trying to figure out why we would have a corporal at the jail that took you out. I'm trying to figure out why. Can you not? I'm trying to read here. I'm trying to figure out why he would have a corporal at the jail that took you out. Said you don't put me in the car with her. I'm going to kill her. So was it an accident? Yeah. I mean, the parents weren't any better, but the teen told those deputies that he wanted to be put in the foster care. I'm in constant state of a fight or flight, and I don't know if I think she's going to do something. Even if she's not, I might act. He said, I'm not going to like go crazy or anything, but I'm not sure. The jury made up of one man and the rest were women. Griffith's grandmother, that's why he got away. The aunt were in the courtroom, both of whom were supportive of him, according to WBBH. That's why he got away. He should have done some time because he said he would kill her whether she did or she didn't. What a family. You know where that comes from? Those parents never learned to be parents because they never got their ass beat when they did something wrong. Yeah, they were pieces of shit to him, but also, what a family. You know what would have happened if I would have threatened my mom with a knife or something like that? Ma wouldn't have given a shit. She would have beat my ass, and then she would have called the cops to say, hey, I beat his ass, come get me. That's what she would have done. All right? So sometimes those corrections, they need to be done at some point. Because if it's not with you, it's going to be with the next that comes after you. And I'm not saying it was okay that his dad wasn't giving him food whenever he wanted food. Because his dad would only give him food one time a day. So, I mean, yeah. All right. That was a lot. Trump's executive order leads to $100 charge for 250 Huntsville utility customers, whatever that is. Transgender reference removed from Stone's National Monument website. I mean, these people getting everywhere. They're getting everywhere. It was almost like a virus. It's a virus. It's a trans virus. Judge ordered Trump's administration to temporarily reinstate foreign aid funding. Or what? The judge going to sue the president of the United States because people in Guatemala, gay people in Guatemala are not getting treatment no more? Is that what we're doing now? News Corp team confronted after alleged attempt to provoke staff at Sydney's Middle Eastern restaurant. You know the microphone can pick that up, right? News, whatever, we read that. Chernobyl reactor shield hit by Russian drone. Ukrainian says. Oh, because Ukraine said that it was a Russian drone, we're going to believe him after Trump said that he talked to Putin and they were going to talk about a resolution, and all of a sudden they attacked Chernobyl? That sounds like Zelensky's doing it himself. Excuse me. It's Zelensky, your golden child from bumfuck nowhere that nobody ever knew. If it wasn't because of the war, nobody would ever know about Ukraine. Simple as that. Nobody would know about that shithole place. And I say shithole because nobody ever knew about it. Only the Bidens knew about it because they knew all their Nazi friends were there. What? Yes, there's a lot of Nazis in Ukraine. Yes, it's full of them. So I don't know whether the Bidens were giving them money, because the Bidens are Nazis too. Say what? Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. A Russian drone has hit the protective shelter over Chernobyl damaged nuclear reactor. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said the oversight strike at the site of the world's worst nuclear accident caused a fire that since has been extinguished, he added. The UN nuclear watchdog said the radiation level inside and outside Chernobyl were normal and stable. But later, the plant chief engineer, Oleg, said that possibly the radioactive substance leaking now exists. How about you fix it? How about you fix your stupid plant? Russia has denied any claims it attacked Chernobyl. Told you. It's stating its military does not strike Ukrainian nuclear infrastructure, and any claim that this was the case do not correspond to reality. The International Atomic Energy Agency, which monitors nuclear safety around the world, said fire safety personnel and vehicles responded within minutes to an overnight explosion. No casualties were reported, the agency added. See, I told you he did it himself, because Russia saying, "Hey, we didn't do that shit. We don't attack your nuclear plants. We might attack your electrical infrastructure, but not your nuclear." So, and they're not stupid. They already talked about it. Trump and Biden and Putin already talked. So why would they attack? They wouldn't. Like, here goes the fucking queer. Oh wait, before we get to that. I lost my spot. Anyway, let's go. Let's go to this one, though. Europe will not be part of Ukraine peace talk, U.S. envoy says. Oh, see? These fucks want war. Europeans want war. Because war makes money. U.S. envoy makes remarks during the Munich Security Conference. Zelensky says Europe can no longer bank on U.S. protections. Of course, you're finally learning. Good job. You're getting your shit together. U.S. asks Europeans to contribute to Ukraine's guarantees. Yeah, how about you fucking help your neighbors? How about you help your neighbors like Europe is helping all those people from Islam countries that are bringing all their stupid laws to your country? Didn't you move from your country because you hated your country for having stupid laws? And now you're moving to another place. You want to implement the stupid laws that got you away from your place? That makes no fucking sense. Unless you were sent there for another reason. Which they have. 3 men claiming to be from Doji showed up at San Francisco City Hall, demand records. Why Wyoming identifies first human. Is it the first or second? What the fuck? We read about Ohio being the first. Now it says Wyoming is the first human case of bird flu. See how it's a lie? Now it's saying Wyoming is the first human fucking bird flu. And before it was Northern California. Remember? We read it last time? Yeah, so there's 3 places that they say, oh, it's the first one. So is it true or is it a lie? Lies. All lies. It's all lies. All right. We're done here. We're done for the day. Goodbye. And now. Good. Very good.